Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everyone. I hope everyone is feeling good and looking good. Cause shit, I know I am. My name is Grateful Queen, and I'm actually doing a bunch of stuff on my computer. So I thought to myself, share just an interrogation video that I was watching and do my reaction to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my intro video, and then we're gonna be looking at the interrogation of Takoda Collins' father. And the interrogation videos are always really important because it gives you the mindset of someone that has just been caught or is on the verge of being caught. And you see the range of emotion and just thought process from then to after. So I did do some research after. Like I haven't even finished watching this video. I'm like 30 minutes in, but I did see the actual judgment, and it was 50 years to life with two accomplices, two women that actually lived in the same home as the things that we're about to hear. So let me go ahead and play this intro video, and thank you for watching with me. All right, let's begin.
His eyes looked like it just looked low, and it had a little red right here. It just looked a little low. But I mean, on a regular, he squinting like that sometimes too. So I wasn't sure.
So I think earlier you said, did you get him down the stairs?
Yeah.
And then after he's down the stairs, what happened?
Put him in the shower. Not the shower, but I laid him in the bathtub.
Okay.
Like I said, he's still doing it. So I'm mainly trying to get the throw up off of him again.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All right, it smelled awful. So I'm trying to get it off of him. And I realized that something ain't look right. So I called 911. And I took him off the bathtub.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, I did everything the dispatch said to try to save my child. He did start breathing again. He was looking at me for a second again. When the EMS got there, they told me to leave out. And I heard her say that he wasn't breathing again. Then a couple minutes later, I heard her say he got his breath back. And then, and that was it.
So you got him out of the bath, and where did you put him?
I laid him on the living room floor behind the couch.
Okay. And you're doing what dispatch is telling you?
Yeah.
Okay. What happened? What did he do as he was laying there and you're giving him CPR?
What was he doing?
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't doing anything.
Was he breathing?
Barely.
Was anything coming out of his mouth?
Yep. Air.
Air?
Yep.
Okay.
He was breathing kind of slowly.
Okay. Nothing else is coming out of his mouth?
Yeah. He started throwing up again.
Okay.
Yep. So what I did was I tried to lay him on the side to clear his passageway.
Okay. Where would he throw it up at? On the floor?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's in that blankets.
Okay.
And then by that jacket and the blankets where he packed that evidence up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you lay him on a blanket? He was just laying on the floor?
Yeah. I was freaking out at this point. I'm trying to get some clothes on him and get him right. You know what I mean?
And this is why you're on the phone with dispatch?
Yes.
You're trying to get him dressed?
Of course. Yeah.
So
I mean, because he can't go out the house butt ass naked. It's wintertime.
Okay.
I mean, in my mind, I think I'm doing everything right. This doesn't happen every day.
Okay. So how did the throw up get on the blanket and stuff?
How did the throw up get on the blanket?
Yeah.
He might have been close enough to throw up on it. I don't know. Or it might have slid across the floor, maybe the blanket. You know what I mean?
Well, you're the one that told me it was on the
blanket. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm walking back and forth, so maybe we scooped it on there somehow, or I'm not really sure how it got there, to be honest.
So how do you know it's there?
I kind of see it. I kind of seen it a little bit. I'm not even 100% sure. Maybe I didn't. I told you it's been 3 days.
Okay.
Maybe I did, maybe I didn't.
Okay.
But one thing I do know, I believe I seen throw up on the edge of this white blanket. That's what I'm seeing in my head right now.
Okay. Was there a throw up on the floor?
Yes, plenty of it.
Plenty
A lot.
of it?
I mean, it must.
And it was there when the medics got there and stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
And, how long did it take the police to get back when the medics got there?
The police is already here.
The police was already there?
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
I try to cooperate with them and everything. Am I the only one being charged here?
I don't think anybody's been charged yet.
Okay, I'm just asking. I
Okay,
don't know what's going on. You hear me?
so then the medics take him away and that's the last thing you know?
And I'm in jail.
I'm sorry?
I said, yes, ma'am. Then I'm in jail.
You've been to jail?
This is jail. I mean, I was in that back room back there.
Right, but you've not been to jail.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
So I'm sitting back there. The whole time I'm just thinking my son gonna be all right, because I mean they put him in the back of the ambulance.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking he's gonna be all right. And I ain't gonna lie, this is another thing I want to say. When I went to give him CPR and I was taking it, whatever it was, out his mouth, it smelled so rotten, so awful. That's why I'm still kind of curious. Like,
Did you give him the breath? Like over his mouth? Were you giving him his breath?
his breath.
His breath, like when you do
Yeah.
CPR, you're supposed to breathe into their mouth?
Yeah, I did that.
Okay.
Yeah, I was giving him his breath, and I gave him 12 pumps on the chest. Gave him some.
I want to say something real quick. So this is about 38 minutes into this video. So I started watching it a little earlier, and one of the things that really stood out to me is that he claimed that this 10-year-old at the time was quote unquote homeschooled, didn't know who homeschooled her. He was like, I homeschool him, as in you are teaching this child. And he hadn't been to the doctor in 3 years. So the well-being of a child is not just, hey, are they fed and they go to school? You know, you have to make sure that you're giving them nutrition. You have to make sure that you are educating them, and you have to bring them to the doctor just to make sure everything is okay. And me personally, I'll get like health insurance letters like, yo, make sure that he goes, for example, when they're a baby, they go way more often. It's like 3, 6, 9, whatever. But as you get older, you get to the point where you're actually just doing annuals. So they'll send you a letter like, hey, make sure that you're doing your annual. For adults, not so much, but children, mandatory. So again, between this case, between the Iona Sawyer case, between the Naziah Harris case, you see these pockets of non-reporting, so people wouldn't catch on, because this isn't something that would just happen one day. You're gonna tell me that this boy is quote unquote doing bathroom on himself, is having fecal matter everywhere. I'm trying to like be very smart with my words. Is having quote unquote chair sticks, like the chair legs inside of him, and there was nothing wrong that you didn't have to go to the doctor, you didn't have to go to school. Like there was a reason why he was quote unquote homeschooled and quote unquote not going to the doctor for the same amount of time. So it's so unfortunate because again, not only was this paternal figure, it's his father. You have 2 white women. It was 2 white women that were just living in the house. Like, oh, it smells like shit. Fine. There's locks on his door. Fine. Like, it's really unfortunate. It's so sad to hear, because it is something that goes time and time again, that our Black boys and girls, our young children of color, are being disrespected and tortured and hurt this way. So let's continue to watch. But I another reason why I like to do these like reactions to these interrogation videos is because you get into the actual mindset, right? It's one thing for us to kind of judge like, yo, that's fucked up, but it's another thing to see how this person thought that it was morally or ethically right. During this video already a couple times, he was like, yo, I thought I was doing the right thing. I thought I was doing the right thing. So you thought not calling for help while your child is losing consciousness and breath, you wanted to make sure that the bruises went away. You wanted to make sure that the swelling went away before, so people wouldn't assume that you had a part to do with it. That shit is crazy. But again, you think of what is morally or ethically right, and they are different. They are different, you know? So again, that self-preservation in these interrogation videos is so evident that it's almost jarring. It's almost jarring. I checked out the comment section, as one does. And one of them was like, yo, you could hear the detective coughing. Like, this is some bullshit. So let's continue. Let's continue. All right. And please.
More, like I said, I had met when the ambulance got there.
So when you said that you checked his body again after this morning's incident and putting him in the bath, and then you sent him upstairs for a little bit, and then you said that you were gonna wait a little bit and check his body again. Did you ever check his body again?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I didn't, because he asked me for help. I had a certain time that I was going to do it. Like I said, I was trying to settle down a little bit, and you know what I mean?
What were you trying to settle down from?
It's just stressful every day when you deal with that for 8 years, and you got a very handsome child that can't go to school, can't have no friends, can't do right, you know, just want to embarrass at all points.
Okay. Who else was home today when this was all going on?
Nobody that I was aware of.
Nobody's been home all day?
Mm-mm.
The house is pretty big?
Yeah. Yeah, nobody that I was aware of was home.
Okay, so you didn't see Josiah?
I seen Josiah when he came back with Amanda.
Okay, but you didn't see him before he
Not
left?
this morning, no.
Were you sleeping?
Mm-mm.
House isn't that big. I was there.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I wasn't sleeping.
Okay, so we know that Josiah wasn't upstairs, right?
Right, nah.
Okay.
He wasn't.
Does he have access to the basement?
Josiah?
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
Okay, so he would have been on that main floor.
Somewhere, yeah.
Yeah.
But he'd be so quiet. He ain't a loud child.
Okay. And Amanda wasn't there?
I don't know.
He was just okay. This shit gets me tight. Hold up, I'm gonna go full screen on this one. So the contradictions in this like interrogation are so infuriating to me, because this person already called this 11-year-old, which he wasn't 11 yet because he was deceased before his 11th birthday. He was a 10-year-old, and he was just like, yeah, he would be so loud and jumping up and down, and he'd be you know, in his own little world or whatever. And then right now he's like, he's so quiet, he was so meek, he couldn't have friends, he couldn't do this. And you know, for me, I always want to look at these from almost like a detective point of view. You're making sure that you are listening with active listening and not listening to judge. But damn, is it difficult. We listen and we don't judge. Damn, is it difficult, because you start to kind of paint your own picture of like, yeah, but you just said this though. But didn't you just say that? Okay, it's that inner psychologist in me that is just like, that shit don't sound right. That shit do not sound right. All right, let's go.
I'm aware of it. I've been sitting here so long. Me and Jenny never talk.
Why not?
Just because there ain't no drama. That's like my girlfriend's sister, so try to keep it short.
And she lives with you, and she helps take care of your children, right?
Yeah, but still, you
She
know.
cooks for you guys?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But you don't talk to her?
Not much.
So you don't know if she's there or not. You don't know if Amanda's there or not. You don't know if Josiah's there or not.
No. All I know is that I went and when he called for help.
No, I'm talking about first thing this morning, 6 o'clock when you took.
I would imagine they probably would have been, but
Did you share a bed with Amanda?
Yeah. But I ain't sleep on it. I ain't go to bed. I hadn't been to bed.
Okay. So where have you been?
We're about to sit on the couch.
Sit on the couch.
Watching them. It's like a 24-hour watch. It only takes them a second. The flip down the stairs over the rail. I mean, not nothing small.
So you watched them on the camera?
I was, yes.
Okay. How come we couldn't see that view of the camera when we were there?
That I don't know.
Did you disconnect the camera?
Not at all.
Not at all?
Nah.
It wasn't unplugged?
The man was right there with me the whole time.
Well, I mean, we weren't there the whole time.
No. I'm not following you.
Did you unplug it before you called the police?
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
It's just odd to me that we couldn't see that view that you keep.
It works sometimes. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it don't.
It's a 24-hour job, though.
Right. But like I
Yeah,
said,
in 24 hours.
sometimes it works. Sometimes it don't. I do the best I can. I can't keep functioning for 24 hours on the regular.
So, and you said you don't ever lock those doors.
Nah, not at night. Only when I'm putting a dog up there, or I bring one of my outside dogs in or something like that. That's the only time.
When Takoda's up there, do you ever lock the door? Okay. What room? Where in the attic where's Takoda's room?
Well, look, it used to be in the back area, the biggest part.
Okay.
So we jumped off board. So we jumped out the window.
So you're talking about upstairs in the attic?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so where's his room at now?
It was still in the attic, but just the smaller portion.
Okay. Where is his bed at?
He lives in the attic? Wait. All right, let's go full screen for a second. He lives in the attic and he jumped out of the window. And that's not, oh my God. And that's not a sign that he was so, and again, I don't want to put my mouth in this child's, my words in his mouth, but the fact that he would go to the extremes of jumping out of a window to escape a house, whether it was to seek refuge or just air, like that's wild. Okay. All right. Back to reacting silently. I hope everybody's feeling good and looking good. If you're still with me, drop a like or say hi. Yeah, we'll do that.
Upstairs.
His bed?
Mm-hmm.
Every morning I put it in the
We still got an hour to go.
Area. So he won't on it. Maybe he'll have something clean to lay down in.
Okay, so do you lock that area once you put his bed back there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's where it was today then?
Yeah.
Back in that area locked?
Yeah. Because look, that'd just be another thing for him to hurt himself on. Mm-hmm. The area ain't that big. He would just go, I'm gonna flip off the bed and crack my nugget. And then, I'll be here regardless.
Mm-hmm. So you lock that back area?
Yeah, I like that bed. Yes.
And the attic. So the attic's kind of like split up. You have the area where like the stairs are, mm-hmm. and then you have that like bathroom where there's like a blanket hanging from the door, right. And a door and a lock. Right? Okay. And so every day you take the bed from the big area into the small area, and you throw it in there, and you lock the door.
Yeah.
Okay. So
it used to be all one. So you put that door and lock in there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Because for safety, yeah. Mm-hmm. That's the measures. I had to board up. If you can't look, I boarded up all the windows in the room just to keep her from jumping out the window. Yeah.
Okay.
He boarded up all the windows and had his son living in an attic. Wow. Okay.
So when he was calling for help, where was he? In the big area by the stairs?
Yep.
Okay.
And I heard him. He said, Dad, straight up there.
And he pushed himself up off of his bed?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then you helped him down the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
And you put him in the bath.
Mm-hmm.
And you took him out of the bath.
Mm-hmm.
And what'd you do with the water that was in the bathtub?
Left it in there.
You left it in there?
Yeah.
Did you leave a cigarette butt in there too?
Possibly.
Okay. And then so you laid him on the floor there in the living room behind the couch,
mm-hmm.
and he's throwing up.
Mm-hmm.
What clothes did you put on him?
Gray, tan pants, a black t-shirt.
Okay. And where are the rest of his clothes?
He stripped them all, ripped them all. That's how bad it was. If I sent him to school, they called me saying he don't have a hood. His jacket is ripped in half. I got a price tag. I just went out and bought the jacket a day ago.
But he hasn't been to school in 2 years.
Right, but I'm talking about this is norm. So I mean, so he has other clothes. I mean, from his.
Okay. See, again, the detective is just giving him information that he already mentioned. So he's claiming, well, he didn't have clothes there because he would, soil himself, or he would be at school and they would call me that he didn't have a rip. And so why are you immediately jumping into like 2 or 3 years ago? Because again, he kind of needs that, like, he needs some external evidence. Again, you're kind of using all this other, oh yeah, but I remember. So 3 years ago, that's exactly when, yeah. It's the same thing where, like, if you're talking to somebody about, I don't know, say you have like a reunion or something. They're like, yeah, man, I had a reunion 5 years ago. And then they just kind of like run with the story. And it's just like, yeah, but that's not relevant to what we're talking about right now. So again, you could see these instances of long periods of time without care. And even if they are under the circumstances that you're mentioning it, that means that you should have done something about it. You know what that reminds me of? Completely off topic, completely off topic. I looked at the Wendy Williams interview yesterday. It literally came out yesterday. And then today, there was this like TMZ article of an attorney that has represented Wendy Williams. Like, yeah, but she still has dementia. So even if she's good right now, that doesn't really mean anything. And it's just like, yeah, but what does that have to do with her being surveyed 24/7 and not having autonomy or access to money that she has earned, or even being able to be under the care and watch of her family? Because it seems like they're level-headed. They don't got dementia. So, like, again, deterring someone and saying, well, that's not relevant, but this is relevant. Watch out and just be mindful and aware of, oh, I have to mentally or physically jot some things down about you because you are the type. You are that type. All right, let's go.
School year, because he obviously didn't wear the same thing every day. So he had other clothes and other clothes and other clothes, but it got to the point where I just let him get his shorts and his t-shirt because he never went nowhere.
So when you went upstairs to get him, he was naked?
Yeah.
So he just sits upstairs naked all day?
Sometimes, yeah.
Why is that?
Because he on himself and it is giving him a rash. Like, he soak it down so good. I'm not exaggerating, man. Sometimes I go up there and I think I'm in the Pacific Ocean. How? I don't know. Can one get so much water? I mean, I monitor his water too. I haven't given him more than he can bear or anything like that. You know what I mean? I try to give him enough to stay hydrated. And
okay. So these injuries that he has, they just appeared, or?
No, he had them over time. I mean, but what was I supposed to do?
Take him to the doctor?
But look, here, I always assess them. I always check them and make sure nothing.
Yo, okay, so I was muted and I literally was like, go to the doc, like right when the detective said it. Again, when you're trying to be logical with something that seems irrational, it's just like, who okay, all right, I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh. Let's go.
Was broken or too far bad in my eyes. I mean, because at the same time, you got to understand this. I done had social services at my house maybe 40, 50 times. I done had, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So for me to bring him to the doctor, like, oh, he cracked his nugget again, and social services already told me the only way they're going to take him is if they charge me with something like neglect, or it's not, I can't do this. Can y'all please help me?
So your story, I just want to go back to this too. You said this morning, first thing this morning, I think you said around 6 a.m. on the camera, you noticed he was clenched, I think was your word?
Yeah.
So he is,
but I wasn't quite sure because the light was off.
Okay, so like, there was like a yellow stool thing. Is that what you're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so.
He must have snapped it off because last time I checked, it was still connected inside of the thing.
I'm sorry, what?
It was still connected inside of the stool.
What do you mean?
The wood piece.
Mm-hmm. The wooden piece was
still connected.
Who said anything about the wooden piece not being connected?
Who said anything about it not being connected?
You said that he must have snapped it off.
Yeah, he did. Had to.
When?
I noticed that this morning.
And that's what he was plunging?
Mm-hmm.
Can you describe what you mean by plunging to me?
All right, so look. He had, a chair like this.
Right.
You take the back off.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna sit flat on the ground.
Okay.
And I seen him going like this. You hear me? I wasn't telling it. I wasn't able
So
to
he's
tell.
putting the chair leg in his
Yeah.
butt.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying he's doing.
Yep, but here's the thing. I wasn't able to tell if that's where he was going or if he was just taking another. Because every night he'll get up and do stuff like this. And just, slam it and scream, ah, you know what I mean? Now I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I gotta work. You only do it on the days that I gotta work the most.
Where do you work?
If ever I did work, whenever I can, I try to go to the temp service leg work, but I can't never work there that often because of the anxiety, stress. I mean, I'm trying to hold it together. But
So this morning at 6 a.m. you see him, and I'm using your words, plunging on this chair.
not quite sure. I seem close to it, and that's what it looked like to me. It just
You've
looked
seen
like,
him do this before?
yeah, but usually with his fingers and he tried a couple of toys one time. I told social services, I mean, they like you can't stop him from being gay or you know what I mean?
But where would he get the toys? Where does he have access? So again, he's just naked in a room that is blocked off. The windows are quite literally blocked off, has not gone to the doctor in years, has not gone to school in years. He claims to homeschool this child and says, hey, when I have to work the most. And then he just said that he goes to a temp agency and doesn't have steady work. Ooh-wee.
So you think he's doing this because he's gay?
I'm not sure if he wanted to hurt his. I know he like to hurt himself every day. It's a combination. I don't know.
And so then later on, you said something about the tarp being up his butt.
But it's hard coming up his butt.
You said he pulled it out and he was squirting blood.
Yeah.
The tarp.
On the tarp. No, he pulled the stick out or whatever, the stool piece. He pulled it out of his.
So you did see it in his ass then?
Yes, the second time.
Okay.
I came upstairs because, like I said, the first time I'm just watching him. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm just trying to figure it out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He do it for a little bit, then he stopped. It was all good. And then
you didn't go up and check on him that time?
Because he got himself together quick. So
But at that point, you knew he didn't poop because you said he would throw it if he pooped.
all the time. You don't do the same thing every day.
But you didn't see poop from the camera?
No, I can't see it on the camera.
Okay.
So I had to go up there and check, of course.
Okay.
So,
But you didn't go up and check the first time. You waited for the second time.
right. Yeah, because I didn't want to, if somebody was home, I didn't want to wake the house up or cause more chaos. You know what I mean?
Where would everybody be at 6 a.m.?
My dog get to working. My girl work. Jenny go for walks.
What time's your girl work?
Evening, morning, it varies sometimes.
It varies. It's not in the evening only.
Lately it's been, but it varies sometimes. So,
Okay.
like I said, I didn't want to be a hassle that early in the morning. Like I said, I haven't been to sleep. So I got to try to stay calm, you know what I mean, as I can and deal with the situation again, you know what I mean? So I go up there.
In the attic?
Yep.
Is there a light up there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We had TVs up there, all that. It was a room. But he screwed up.
But that's not what it is today. Today it's an empty room with a broken stool and a bucket.
Right. But it usually be his bedroom. Like I said, I open it up at night. I bring his bed out and bring his tarp out.
And by his bed, you mean like a green lawn chair?
I had to go with that route because you got to understand as a parent, when you got an 11-year-old pissing and shitting on that thing every day, what are you supposed to do? Put a mattress?
I'm just making sure that that's the bed that you're talking about.
Yes,
It's
ma'am.
the green cotton lawn chair looking.
Yeah. And
So
the reason
did you put it in the other room then?
You said when?
Yeah.
This morning. Well, a little bit. Yeah, about mid-morning. Yeah. Probably after I went and checked on him the first time, yeah.
So you
No, yeah, second time after I went and checked on him. I'm like, we gotta get this up. And I'm just looking over. He's responsive at the time. Like I said, he responsive. So I'm like, let me just get this out the way so we don't trip or get hurt. And I get him downstairs immediately.
So you talk about these outbursts that he has all the time, 24/7. It sounds like, right? Keeping you up at night. He's being defiant. He's having these outbursts or this acting out. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you have any of that on video that you could show us? What you mean by that?
Oh no. Mm-mm. Because it would be so embarrassing for me to be walking around with that in my phone. Like I loan my phone to my friends and stuff. Like, what would they think of that?
Earlier you said that you've been telling people about these outbursts. You've been telling all these people about his crazy behavior. All this stuff you do. Who do you tell?
Well, CPS, only the 30, 40 times they came to my house, but they never found me to be an unfit parent or, you know what I mean? Or
Who else have you been telling?
And the police. The last time I called the police.
Okay, so those are the only people that you're telling that is so outlandish and crazy?
Yup.
Okay.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I'm an adopted child. I don't have any other siblings real close to me that I could be like, you know what I mean? Share that personal level with. I had a couple friends that I tell, like, you know what I mean? But other than that, I mean, because I even asked a friend, like, what would make a child?
So you did talk to a friend about this?
Yeah.
Who's that? What friend did you talk to?
My friend John.
John what?
I don't know his last name. I just know he used to live in Dayton probably about 3 months ago.
So he's a personal friend that you can confide your business about what your kid's doing, but you don't know his last name?
Nah, you know how it be. We just hang out often.
What's his phone number?
I don't know it.
How do you get in touch with him?
I don't talk to him no more. We ain't friends.
3 months ago, how did you get in touch with him?
3 months ago, I would just go to the area he hang out in.
Right. And his name's just John.
Yeah.
What's John look like?
Light skin, long braids.
What's his street name?
Skinny black.
That's a street name or that's a description of him?
That's his name, Skinny Black.
Skinny Black, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Where's he hang out at?
I don't know where he hangs out currently. But
Where was he hanging out 3 months ago?
I used to just see him at the bus stop by Salem, and we'd kick it. Drink.
Which bus stop on Salem?
Close to Walgreens. And we just drink beers and stuff.
How often do you drink?
Every other day.
Every other day? What do you drink? What's your drink choice?
Coke 45.
Okay. How much do you drink?
Maybe 1 or 2 a day. I mean, 1 or 2 every other day. Not that much.
Any drugs?
Mm-mm.
Marijuana?
Yeah, but recreational only and religious.
What religion?
Rasta.
Okay.
There's a tablet in the bathroom. I think it has a code. What's the code to the tablet?
The code to the tablet, I don't know. It changed so much. It's not my tablet.
Who's in the?
It's my girl's.
Amanda?
Yeah.
Do you have a phone?
Yes, I do.
When did you Google about him eating his feces?
I can't remember.
Recently? Last couple weeks?
That's been a good while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I tried to check in on it like a long time ago.
So when did
When I first realized that's what he was doing, but he never did it. He was at one point, like, he was just spread it around. He would never, eat it like every day. I mean, eat every day, like he's.
So when did he stop breathing?
He stopped breathing after I laid him down, and he's still moving and talking a little bit. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And right, just say Dad. I'm like, okay, that was it.
Are you on the phone with 911 at this point or no?
I got on the phone with 911 after I got him out the bathtub. Yeah.
Okay, so then when you laid him on the floor,
He
you
was
would have
still
been on,
breathing. Yeah, he was still
you
breathing.
would, when he said dad, he's laying on the floor, you would have been on the phone with 911?
I went up there to see what was wrong with him. This is before I don't know what's wrong with him.
Oh, I thought, 5 seconds ago, I thought you just said you got him out of the bath and you laid him on the floor. I had asked you when he stopped breathing, and you said that he said dad, so he was still breathing.
Nah, he won't. He was still breathing, but he didn't say dad then. He was just, a little coherent. That's why he was just a little.
So why did you start CPR?
Why? Because as I'm on the phone with the ambulance, she told me to check for a pulse, and it stopped. And that's when I started CPR.
So he stopped breathing while you were on the phone with 911?
Yes, ma'am.
So what did you tell 911 when they originally answered the call?
I can't remember. I'm thinking I'm telling him my son is unresponsive and he's not breathing.
But he was breathing. And he was responsive.
It was off and on. It wasn't enough. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
It wasn't enough. He's still breathing.
Did you call 911 immediately, or did you wait a little bit?
Nah, immediately.
Okay. And nobody was home when you called 911?
Not that I'm aware of, no ma'am.
Okay.
Like I said, I've been up for 3 days. I barely date people who be in that house around me like this. I don't pay attention to it much. Only concern I'd be worried about is if he about to crack his head open again. That's my only concern. Yeah, that is my only concern. I promise you, mama. And look, this is what I was trying to tell you. He did his leg like this on the stairs on there. Boom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Both of them. Boom,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I've been checking on him, right? This is over a course, 3-day period. And every day I'm checking his wounds. He got pecked with feces.
Were they packed with feces today?
Today? No.
No.
Not that I know of, no.
Okay. So they were packed with feces yesterday?
And the day before that, and the day before that, and the day before that.
I wonder why you didn't get to do that today.
We clean it every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder too. I don't know what happened. I'm still shocked. I'm telling you, I don't know. And it was like, he didn't make it. I'm like, wow, are you serious? How? Like, what would kill him? I don't know.
So we're here to find out from you.
I didn't think that, yeah, that's what I'm wondering. What would kill him? I don't know. I really don't. And that's what I was trying to tell the officers. Like, I really did not do this. I really did not do
At what
this.
point did you dress him? Did you dress him before or after you called 911?
I dressed him before.
Okay. So you get him out of the bathtub, he's laying there.
Mm-hmm.
Not really doing much?
Yeah, just little, just little movements and little eye movements. I'm like, put your clothes on. I'm helping him put his clothes on. Put his clothes on. And once I laid back after that again, it was bad. All I know is I opened his mouth to give him CPR, and I smelled the worst thing ever. And I started gagging. Then I'm trying to clean his face off and get right back to it.
So at what point you go upstairs to get him after he called out to you?
Mm-hmm.
Bring him downstairs, put him in the bath,
Mm-hmm.
lay him down on the floor, you get him dressed, call 911. When did you go back upstairs and lock the back part up?
I did that before I even brought him down.
So after he called out for you, you locked it?
Yeah, because he was still looping. Like, I just had to get the tarp and the bed out of the way because I realized that I had to carry him. It was in my way.
Okay.
And the closet is right there. So I'm just, boom, in the closet. That way I don't have to carry him and trip and fall and be hurt again.
I thought the bed and the tarp was already put away.
Sometimes I'll put it away. Every morning, every day it gets put away at a certain point.
Okay.
It was still out at this time.
Okay, all right. So before, he calls out for you and you run over there and you throw that stuff in there and lock the door.
Yeah.
Anything else that you can think of that would have caused these injuries that killed him? No.
Besides him skydiving off that banister, I do not.
Skydiving off that banister?
Pretty much.
What banister?
You know how it's a railing right there in that room? I mean, in the in his bedroom. You know how it's a rail going across? He climb it and jump, flip, roll, smack, all the time now. It wouldn't matter if I had him downstairs, upstairs, or around the corner. He will always find a way. He tried to jump out my car before.
So he stopped breathing once you were on the phone with 911. And they gave you directions on CPR?
Yeah, I set my hands down his throat, try to clear out his airway.
Got that really bad smell.
Yeah.
All right, stay still for a minute. We'll be back. That water's yours.
Thank you. Like I said, I truly don't believe them girls did nothing to hurt him.
You don't think those girls did anything to hurt him?
I would like to think not. I don't think so. I believe my child would have told me.
Okay.
But me knowing his actions and seeing him every day, I mean, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Okay. Hey, real quick, do you have your phone? Do you know where it is?
It might be in my truck.
In your truck?
Yeah.
When did you put it there?
I just lose it. I just leave it every day or lose it somewhere every day.
Well, where did you call 911 from?
On my phone. Oh, yeah. I did. I used my phone to call 911. And, where did I have it? I don't know what I did with it. I was running around the house, freaking out, you know what I mean? After I got off the phone with him, I knew the officer was gonna be there and everything like that. Like I said,
I love that he keeps on saying, you know what I mean? And they're like, no, I don't know what you mean. Like, at all. At all.
I don't know where I said it in the blink of an eye.
Did you put it in your truck?
I don't think so. No, I wouldn't have did that. That don't make no sense. I wouldn't have ran outside and put it in my truck with my child in there. No, man.
Okay. We were looking at your history. It looks like you had a couple, you got a couple things going on.
All the small stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, like the child endangering. What was that?
My child was, I went to my baby mama house. I ain't even had custody of kids. I went to sleep at night at my baby mother house. Our kids was 3 and 4 years old. And one of them unlocked the door and went outside. And they was in their diapers playing in the front yard. And that's what it was about. My mom took the kids for a day or two and gave them right back to me.
Okay. There's one in here too for strangulation.
That was on a guy. That it was an even match. He attacked me and I defended myself. I'm not a violent person. I just defended myself. And the guy actually came to court and told the truth and spoke on my behalf. Everything else was just driving and nothing.
So where is your older child?
My son Khalil,
Yeah.
I think he's staying Seattle, Washington.
With who?
His mom.
Okay. What's his mom's name?
Paris.
Paris?
Mm-hmm.
Paris Collins.
Yep.
Did you ever talk to her?
She had him. She took the photo for me for a little bit. And that's about it. She getting back. And that's it.
Has he been anywhere, like, has he been to visit her anytime in the last couple of years?
Mm-mm.
No.
No.
Has he been anywhere else, like outside of Dayton?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Well, he been I want to say maybe one time or two times after I left the state. He probably stayed at my girlfriend's mom's house, but she watched him for about a day or two and sent it back. That's about it.
Wisconsin?
Yep.
Okay.
The medical leave.
I think so.
Can we get one signed for children's?
Huh?
Can we get one signed for Dayton Children's?
And my mother's name is Tamika Nicholas.
Your mom?
Yeah, 'cause she might want to know about JoJo.
Tamika Nichols?
Mm-hmm. She live in Nashville.
I do not have that. But while I got you here, would you be willing to consent to DNA? Giving us a DNA standard?
What do you want my DNA for? Yes, ma'am.
I mean, that's a.
I mean, I give y'all legal consent. I've been cooperating the whole time.
Right.
I mean, I snapped out when they told me my child was dead. I just don't believe it. I don't feel like they're trying to put that on me.
I'm gonna have you take those out and just rub them around your cheeks and stick them back in.
Just retain it to that crime.
Yep. So, I'm trying to understand these marks all over him.
Like I said, every day.
He can't do that on his own.
Every day. Oh, he slams back. He runs, he jumps, and however land, and he lands. I mean it. Or, you know what he'd do? Excuse me, if you could just pay attention for a second. You know how you got that rail right here by the stairway?
Mm-hmm.
Boom. That's what he do to me. Boom. Hard as he can, just fall out.
Why?
I don't know why. I never understood it. It's all in that. All because he didn't get his way every time that he wanted it. It didn't take much to make him upset. You know, he was a bully. He wanted to go back to school, but he didn't understand that he can't go in the classroom and do that and lock the teachers out and get suspended all the time. I mean, I was trying to work back then. I had a job paying $18 an hour. I was working good, and I lost it because of my child. Because he kept getting suspended. And he kept getting suspended and kicked off the bus, and yeah.
Well, I think you know we've talked to the other people here,
Okay.
and your story is not consistent with his injuries as theirs. Okay, I will tell you that.
I don't know what to say.
But it's your chance. Like, I understand if you were frustrated with him at different points because you hadn't slept, or because he would do things that bothered you or disgusted you. Here's your chance to say it. But to blame him on him like he's doing it when we know that's
the
not
only
case.
thing I probably did is spank his bottom or hold him down to keep him from eating this shit. Everything else, I don't know nothing about.
Or put hot sauce on his butt so it'll burn.
That I did.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
I know you did.
Yeah.
And why did you do that?
To try to get him to quit cracking on himself. Yeah, my daddy did me like that when I was little. I used to suck my thumb. He put some hot sauce on it. I ain't put it in my mouth no more.
So you think putting hot sauce on his butt would make him not poop?
Maybe it burned, because here's the thing. He would try to sit in it for so long to where it built up and just destroyed his skin. A bruise on a wet body that stays wet consistently all the time I mean, it don't take much. Like I said, maybe I could have put a couple of injuries on him, trying to keep him from eating his feces at the time, but to just, you know what I mean, go to town on him, or just to beat him randomly. Nah, that never happened.
Okay, basically this is medical release just to get his medical history, obviously to see about the time he jumped out the window and
Right.
any other history that there is. So I'm just gonna have you sign here, giving us permission to pull that stuff.
That's insane. It was so wet that it
Signature and then
much.
print. So I need your signature and then I need you to print and date today's date. Today's the 13th. 12, 13, 19. Not here. Okay. What is the
Like I said,
have you do it again? Just I think for maybe something more.
so you telling me they said that I'll beat him to death? Is that what they're saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's very inaccurate.
When you spank him, what do you spank him with?
My hand.
Your hand, you don't use anything else?
Mm-hmm.
Just your hand?
Yeah. And that's rarely that, because he was thinking so damn bad that if I touch him, that I'm gonna smell for days. Nobody in the house wanted to touch him. I mean, Janie was left there with him majority of the time. Amanda was left there with him other times while I'm at work, and it'd be the same way. He just had bruises, and I ain't never asked because I know they didn't beat him. But at the same time, I know what he do. You know?
I thought he took a shower every day.
Yeah.
So if he walks around naked, how's it stink so bad?
You say how?
Yeah.
You'd be surprised. It's just stuck on him when you do it so long. I mean, so long, man. I mean, I'll just be sitting on the couch and get the biggest breeze of his urine and his feces, and that's it. I mean, I could take him right out the shower and smell him, and it still be very, very, very strong. Unbearable.
So obviously he drove you crazy.
Mm-hmm. I want to say that.
Well, I mean,
I was on the
irritated
verge.
you. He made you angry. You sit here and talk about how he stunk.
Yeah, I ain't slept in days, but I wouldn't say that. Yeah, at times he did drive me crazy. At times I did not know what I would do, but I would always try to stay level-headed and just see through another day.
But I'm sure there's times that you didn't.
Okay, now I know he's lying. Because I don't care what kind of parent you are. To say that every day you were level-headed is just a lie, especially if you are calling your child a bully, saying that they are the ones doing all of this abnormal behavior to themselves, when, again, when you're thinking of children, those are learned behaviors. They're learning them as they go. The same way how as we age, we learn every day. So it's just crazy to have this like very contradictory explanation, or putting the blame game and then finding, oh my God, I'm so confused. Like, oh, child. All right.
And we know you did. I mean, in all honesty, we have witnesses, obviously, that were there when you were doing this stuff to him. Yeah, all these marks that are not self-created.
Yeah, half of them are not. Some of them, like I said, I spank them at times.
What'd you spank him with?
A spatula.
A spatula?
Yeah. It was flat. Yeah.
What is this here?
That's a rash. That's from his nastiness. Just a rash. Laying in his piss every day, ate his back up.
No, that's not.
That, I don't know what that is. I thought it was a rash. I've been seeing it for weeks. I actually thought it was a rash.
Maybe if you took him to the doctor, you would know.
What could I have done to cause that? What causes that? Drag him where?
Down the steps.
No, ma'am.
On
No,
the
ma'am.
carpet?
No, ma'am. We don't have any carpet. I did not drag him. I mean that. We don't have no carpet. I didn't drag the boy.
You didn't see the tear in his butt today, in his anal area?
The tear?
Yeah.
Mhm, the
Big
tear.
tear.
I think it's swollen, but I
It's
didn't.
plain as day a cut. Yep, the tear.
It's possible.
Did you have to hold him down in the bathtub? Was he fighting you to get out of the bathtub?
Mm-mm. No. No, ma'am. Not at all.
So as nasty as he
Jane
is,
spanked him
you
before.
take him.
Amanda spanked him before. I mean, we all use the same thing. The spatula. It ain't never been nothing heavy. I just pop him on the butt a couple times, whap, 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 get right. I mean, because he obviously just keep trying to hurt himself.
Get right before what? You started to say.
No,
get right
don't
before.
see, look, see, that's the mind games. It's not before what? It's get right before you hurt yourself. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, before you endanger yourself.
Okay.
Like, stop where you're head. I used to always tell him that. Stop where you're head. Just stop.
How come I asked you like 2 or 3 times what you spanked him with and you told me your hand and then?
Yeah, usually it would be my hand, but I have used a spatula. I want to be honest as possible. I really do. Yeah. Yeah, like that drag mark, or that you call it.
Mm-hmm. That's what it looks like to me.
Don't know what that is. I'm telling you, never seen it. Besides the fact, when I did see it, I just thought it was a rash.
So all these marks are probably spatula marks? Is that what you're telling me? I mean,
Yes.
that's consistent.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Okay.
Is that what killed him?
I would say the spatula marks did not. But possibly throwing him around or stepping on him or putting your knee on his chest or something
And it
along
was
those
only,
lines.
yeah, I did this morning, but it was only to keep him from hurting himself. Like, he didn't want to come off the thing that was in his butt. Like, he wanted to fight for it. I'm like, I ripped it out and he was still, you know what I mean, aggressive. I'm like, you need to lay down, settle down. He didn't want to lay down. I just tried to get him to calm down for a second.
So what did you do to make him calm down?
I just laid him down flat and just, put my knee on his back. I didn't put a lot of pressure on it. I just held it to where he could, you know what I mean?
Make him put his hand behind his back?
Yeah, because just anything to get him to stop. Because I couldn't watch it again. Him eat his shit again.
So he's naked, you pulled this thing out of his butt, which probably hurt. I mean, I'm guessing it hurt him.
It must have. I didn't know at the time. I mean, I don't do the butt thing. I don't know nothing about it. What hurt was my pride and my feelings. And the fact that he's up there doing it. He know how embarrassing it is. I'm like, what are you doing? Give me that. And that's when it squirted out, miss. And that's when I addressed it right away.
So I'm sure you were embarrassed and pissed.
Nah. Nobody was up. Nobody was there. Nobody was around that I knew of. But usually, that's what I'm saying. Usually it can be, but no, it wasn't at the time.
So you pull it out of his butt and he's still fighting you a little bit. You roll him over and you put your knee on his back, have him put his hands behind his back.
Yep, and I probably spanked him with a spatula a couple times. Yes, ma'am.
This morning too?
Yes, ma'am. Yep, right when he put up the fight for the stick being in his ass, I did. Yeah, after I checked on his wound though, because it was my way of telling him, like, don't do that again. Do not.
So you put him in the bathtub, you check his butt, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then you get him out and you whoop him?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Spatula.
Yep, because I didn't want to whoop him right away, not knowing what was going on with his butthole. You know what I mean?
And then so then you have to go back upstairs?
Yeah.
Did you put hot sauce on him today?
No. Mm-mm.
So he goes back upstairs, and then at some point you had thrown his bed into another room, or was that later? I mean, I'm just trying to be accurate on this.
Yeah, that was I'm trying to see what action again.
You pull the stick out of his butt, you take him downstairs, you give him a bath, correct?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and then you
the bed,
with the spatula.
nah, the bed was still there.
Okay, at that point it was still there.
Yeah.
So, and then after you hit him with the spatula, what do you do then?
That was it. I walked off.
Did he go upstairs by himself, or what did he do?
No, I did it when he was laying down in the bed. You know what I mean?
So he gets out of the bath and then goes back up there naked.
Yep, back in bed. Yes, ma'am.
So he goes up there naked. He doesn't eat or anything like that, and then you go
We
up there.
got him already. He didn't want to eat his food.
Okay. So you go back up there with the spatula and whoop him.
Yes, ma'am.
And then what do you do?
That's it. I go back downstairs and I sit down. And I just watch him to see if he's going to do anything else that can cause more harm than a spanking. And that's what I waited for. And I just sat there and I watched him. And that was it. He didn't do anything. After
there?
that. Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm.
And then at some point he calls you up there again?
Yes, ma'am. Yup, and that's when I went to go check on him. And that's when he it started not looking good.
He didn't look good?
Mm-hmm.
So what did he look like then? He was laying on his bed?
Mm-hmm.
What did he look like?
And he pushed himself up and he was just like that. He just a little alert, a little loopy, you know what I mean? It was a little bit of both. And I decided to get him downstairs, try to wash that throw up out of him, and that's when he started to go away.
Okay. And you tied the water in from when he went down there earlier?
Mm-hmm. And he was in the water going like this, and you know what I mean, shaking and jumping, but I didn't have to hold him down or dunk him in the water. Yeah, so he was laying on his side doing this, and then he just putting on the show again, you know what I mean?
He puts on a show like he's having a seizure?
Oh yeah, 24/7. Like this.
Are you sure he's putting on a show? I mean, he
Yes,
hasn't been to
ma'am.
the hospital.
Yes, ma'am, it was not a seizure because look, I can tell him like, stop it right now, and here's the sucker many times, and he would be like, okay, Dad, thanks for my sucker. No, it was just a show.
Okay, so then you put him in the bathtub and that's not working or whatever. So you get him out, you put him on the floor,
Yeah.
and then you go and get clothes for him.
Now I'm already on the phone with 911 because he seemed like he's in and out of it. So yeah, I'm grabbing his clothes, getting him dressed.
And in the meantime, Amanda's freaking out and saying, I gotta get out of here, you take care of this, I'm going to the store.
Nah, I can't recall her saying that to me. I don't even, like I said, I've been up for 3 days. I don't even know if she was there or not. I cannot recall her saying.
I'm pretty sure you would remember if somebody freaked out because a kid's not responding.
Nah.
I don't know, that's something that even a little bit of missing sleep probably wouldn't really.
Man, it's been 3 days since I've been asleep, man. I'm telling you. And I can't tell you at this point. I cannot. You want the accurate answers. That's
Yeah,
what I'm trying to get you.
Be
I don't want to give you nothing I don't know nothing about. You know what I mean? I have a question though.
What's that?
What is happened to my child body?
What happened to it?
Yeah. I mean, what are they going to do with it?
It's going to go to the coroner's office.
And they're going to cremate him? Or who has? I have sole custody. So do I still have to say so?
I don't know how it works.
I don't know how that works.
I don't want him to donate his organs or anything like that. They probably already took him by now, huh?
No, I don't think so.
Why would you want his organs donated?
I just don't believe in that. The black market, where no one can shop on it but the right people. I just don't believe in it.
He needs to have an autopsy done.
Yeah, so we can see what's going on.
Yeah, to see what caused it, right?
All the
See how much
injuries,
injuries inside.
see if it was because he was drowned or because he was hit up against the wall.
Yeah, when I was pumping him, it did sound like he had water in him. You know what I mean? And he woke up, Lupus. So I'm thinking last night when I gave him all that water to drink, that get that poop out of his stomach, he could have had it in his lungs then and I didn't know it.
So you think he had a bunch of water in his?
I did give him a whole bunch of, yes ma'am, I gave him a whole bunch of water because
Today he drowned from it?
I'm thinking so. Because look, I was trying to get the poop out of his stomach. I mean that. I swear to God, I do believe that's what happened. Because look, when I'm humping my son's chest, I could feel the water. I could hear the water. You hear me? In his body. And on the phone, I didn't know. Yeah, he drank plenty of it.
Okay.
But at the time, like I wasn't thinking that he could have died from it. You know what I mean? I would only did it to help him.
Yeah.
Because he looked bad. His stomach was out there here. I'm like, what in the hell did you been doing or what you been eating? Ain't nothing that good in this world to take you from this to that. And drink the water for me, please. He did. And
Was it defiant about drinking the water?
he said, was he defiant? Not really. He just slammed him down.
Okay.
And he just slammed him down. And he did start to throw up.
So he threw up yesterday?
Last night, but not much.
Mm-hmm.
This is when I'm giving him the water to get him to throw up.
Okay.
He threw up a little bit. And I seen it wasn't no poop in it. Or and I tried to get him to do it again. And he didn't throw up.
Mm-hmm. Well, what did his day look like yesterday? What did you guys do yesterday? Start with yesterday morning.
Yesterday morning?
Mm-hmm.
The same. I mean, I just fed him.
You fed him?
Yeah, he had breakfast and I spent some time with him. And I tried to talk to him about his problems and being a better kid and how he can change. And he's telling me he loved me so much, and you know what I mean. And that he gonna try to do better. And we spent a couple hours together, and that was it. He had lunch, he had dinner. Did he lay down the whole day? I want to say. He said he probably did. But that was pretty much it. I mean, sometimes you can't get on and do nothing here just later.
When did the steadiness start where he's walking into walls or stumbling around or whatever you said?
See, that's the thing. I damn near fell asleep. And this shit started about 2 days ago. Is when he started this. Not a matter of fact, I'd say about 2 days ago we started doing that. And I'm just like, thought he was playing around. And I mean, he didn't look sick. He was
Just tell me about 2 days ago what that day looked like.
Same thing. We used to have the norm, big chit chats and counseling sessions, you want to call it, and that's it.
So you were home with him for the past 3 days?
I want to say, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think he drank so much water. I'm pretty sure of that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if he drinks that much water and then he gets in trouble when he pees or poops,
No,
probably not a good thing.
I understand that's kind of double jeopardy,
Mm-hmm.
but I never did this before. I never had him like drink all this water until I seen his belly looking like that. I was concerned. Like maybe you ate too much shit, or maybe you're starting to show. And he and I just wanted him to throw up. I just wanted to know that it wasn't nothing wrong inside of him at the time, you know what I mean? And that's what he did. He threw up one time and that was it.
Did you ever pour salt in his wound? No, just hot sauce.
Yeah,
Never salt.
no. I'll pour salt on the floor upstairs sometimes just to try to get that piss to soak up out the cracks and stuff like that. But other than that, no, it wasn't no punishment with the salt and that like that. I didn't put no salt in his water. I didn't did that like that. Like I said, it really shocked me today. I'm still shocked. This is gonna be the rest. I'll be in prison for the rest of my life because of this right here. That's my child.
Why are you gonna be in prison?
I mean, I'm the man. I'm the only parent. I'm responsible. You know what I mean? And it's just bad. Like I said, I probably did get in too much water, but I never had intentions on making it cause that. I mean, I was getting fed up as a parent, yeah, but I was not trying to kill my child or hurt my child, molest my child, do anything wrong to my child, but get him to use the bathroom and the toilet like a normal 11-year-old child. And he just didn't want to do it. He would actually do both. Go piss in the toilet and save the big play for upstairs or for when we're watching TV or whatever. Mm-hmm. Can I ask y'all a question? Have y'all dealt with this before or something similar?
What do you mean?
I just need some help right now. Like my child is dead. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
And they looking at me like I'm. You know what I mean? That's not good.
No, it's not. What? Why did you hide the stool leg?
No, I just took it away from him. I didn't really hide it.
Where'd you put it?
I remember putting it. I don't know where I put it at. To be honest, I probably stuck it behind the dresser, just out of sight, real quick.
Behind the dresser?
Yeah, somewhere out of sight.
Out of sight of who?
Me and him.
Why out of your sight?
Because it reminded me of where I pulled it out from. That's pretty gross. I didn't want to smell it. I didn't want the baby to get a hold of it. You know what I mean?
Well, it was definitely out of his sight because he was locked upstairs and not allowed to come out. So that wasn't an issue.
It never that he was not allowed to come out. He just didn't want to come out respectful. You can't come out and shit on yourself right beside somebody. And not that you don't want. I mean, that you
So
can't.
he wasn't allowed because he pooped his pants.
Nah, they didn't that he wasn't allowed. Sometimes we put a diaper on him and we kicked it. You know what I mean? He actually had diapers, and adult diapers and all that. I mean, I'm just trying to teach him a lesson, but not in the physical aspect.
You taught him a lesson.
It took his life. And I am very sorry. I mean that. It kills me. You hear me? To know that water did that, and then my attitude, the way I've been spanking him. I ain't gonna lie, I did get out of control at times, but not that often. And I thought he would snap back from it. You know what I mean? From his ass whooping. I didn't know that water was gonna do that. But I'm believing that's when he started acting funny, right? He had too much. But,
I think it's probably the ass whooping, but
you think so?
yeah.
It killed him?
A mixture of a lot of things that were going on.
The stress. Got a question now. If I don't know, man. I'm afraid for my life. Yeah. I'm hurt that my child is gone. It's unbelievable. Like I still don't believe right now he's dead, gone, not coming back.
You're afraid for your life?
Yes, I am.
Mm-hmm. Your child's dead and you're afraid for your life.
I'll be spending the rest of my life in prison. I'm 30 years old. What I'm gonna do for the rest of my life, all because I tried to raise my child the right way and he became defiant and we ran into a situation. You know what I mean? People knew what he was doing. Yeah. But at the same time, it wasn't for them to do anything about it. It was for me to do something. I feel like I should have really just tried harder on getting him some better counseling. Yeah. But we in Ohio at that too. That's automatic.
The way that last question she just asked was just like, so let me get this straight. Your child is dead and you are worried about yourself? Yeah, I'm only 30. Like, come on. All right, let's go back. Lord have mercy.
Definitely, yeah. It is, ain't it?
What are you thinking is death penalty?
They just changed the law.
I'll look into that, I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either.
All right, anything else?
Yeah. Is the girls gonna be all right? I mean, I really shouldn't be worried about that at this point, but I just don't want them to get into no type of trouble. You know, they tried to help me so much with taking care of them and, you know, making sure things didn't get out of hand and all that.
I can't talk for the girls yet. I mean, I don't think any decisions have been made, so.
But I'm just begging y'all, please, 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 please take into consideration. I did not get my child out of foster care. I fought 4 years for him just to turn around and do him like this. You hear me?
Yeah.
I moved from North Carolina to Wisconsin. That's over 1,800 miles away just to make sure that, you know what I mean, I can be a part of my son's life. I have never, ever, ever had intentions on doing this or seeing it going so far. I really just thought his behind would be all right the next day and you know, he'll continue with his behaviors. I did grow a little angry when I was thinking this, but with that special. I'm getting life in prison,
Let's see how it goes, man.
Strong possibility.
Possibly.
Please, y'all, please don't do it to me.
Just hang on real quick, okay?
I'm only 30, please.
Go ahead and stand up real quick for me. Face that wall. No, turn around and face me. Okay. No, look at me first. There you go. Take your look. What's your name? Both down. It's pretty bad. You think they can use some stitches or something? I doubt they're gonna put stitches in there.
Oh, well, you need to.
We're probably doing some jobs. They're gonna go to the hospital. Go ahead and have a seat for me.
You said I am?
Yeah, we're taking the hospital.
From my left.
Yeah.
All right, man, go stand up, put your hands on your back.
We're gonna take you to the valley, get you checked out. All right?
Can you tell me what I'm being charged with?
Right now, murder and child endangering.
Murder?
Yes.
What does murder mean? Like
Murder means you killed your child.
I planned it?
What's that?
That means I planned it or something?
No, I didn't say you planned it. All I'm saying is that you murdered your son.
Anybody else being charged?
They decided to.
Wow. So that concludes the interrogation. Hold on, let me put my hair down now that we have reached the conclusion. Yeah. All right. Oh, I missed one. That's the conclusion of Takoda Collins. Oh, that looks pretty. Okay. Of Takoda Collins' father. And again, selfish to the very, very end. And it's so unfortunate for the child Didn't even have a chance. Literally did not even have a chance when your own caregivers don't care. So I hope everyone is feeling good and looking good. Thank you so much for sharing this with me. And I'm going to go to the gym real quick and go to the sauna and sweat all this out. All right. See y'all soon. Bye. Actually, hold on. Add it to the stage. Yeah. Leave the studio.